Guys, it is 2:08 in the morning on Monday, September 24th, and unsurprisingly, I do not have internet. This last week or so has been killer on the internet. I don't know what is going on, but we haven't like lost it for the weekend, so I'm mildly surprised that we lost it again just now, but you know, whatever, I guess. I was watching YouTube in between writing, but I can't do that now because I don't have internet. So I am going to put in Uncharted so that way I have at least something for background noise and something else to do in between writing to occupy my time. But I did manage to write 1,189 words on the painter. And I'm hoping to finish that today. It depends on how much research I might need to do, so on and so forth. Depends on when I get the internet back. I am going to run through my other books with short sprints and then come back around to the painter. So I'm probably going to spend about 5 minutes on each book in between playing Uncharted. Recently I've been doing 5 minutes writing, 5 minutes Uncharted, 5 minutes writing. Also, the 5 minutes on Uncharted allows Google Docs to load each document. But that is what I'm going to do, and then I will see you guys eventually, depending on how things go. But I will see you eventually. Hey guys, it is 3:45 in the morning on Tuesday, September 25th, and unsurprisingly, my internet cannot decide if it wants to be internet or be non-existent at the moment. But if we're being totally honest, I'm surprised that it almost lasted until 4 a.m. in the first place. So far this morning, I managed to write 1,969 words on the painter, which brings the total for that book so far to 52,381 words. So I had planned on finishing this book yesterday. There were a few internet problems I ran into, so I ran into a few research problems, and then overall the book has just gone on for several thousand more words than I was originally expecting it to. Again, I'm a pantser, not a plotter, so I just let them do whatever they want to do, and that's about it. But the hope is then to finish it today. Currently in a dark side bow scene, which is the mafia side of the story, and then it will be getting back to them in Clinstone and them working on wrapping up this case and interrogating the guy that they think might have done it, so on and so forth. I'm hoping to be able to get through it before I go to sleep. If not, I'm hoping to be able to get through it before the end of today. But because there is no internet at the moment, I think it is hard to tell. Neither one of my devices can decide. Depending, I will probably put on Uncharted and switch between writing and gaming every few minutes to keep things balanced and to hopefully move things along a little faster than they have been going so far this morning. But that is the plan, and I will update you guys again when anything thrilling happens. Alrighty, so I just added another 197 words to the painter, which brings my total so far this morning, if it will click the button, to 4,565 words. I don't know how many chapters I have left. This is an odd numbered chapter, so it will be at least this one and one more, and then an epilogue. But because I do not, at this very moment, know which book came in second place for the votes, so which one would be the next book, I can't write the epilogue either way until I find where that sticky note is. So I am going to just call it quits here and get a couple hours of sleep and then come back and hopefully write the ending to this book. I am hoping that it will be this chapter, one more, and an epilogue, and if not, it will just be this one, another one, and two more, and most likely the last three would just be very short. That tends to be the way that these go. But I am mildly tired, so I'm going to take advantage of that and hopefully get some sleep, in the assumption that it doesn't start storming randomly like it often does here. But either way, I will see you guys hopefully later today, when I make progress, and hopefully when I finish this one. It is 5:23 p.m. I slept in past my alarm clock, because sometimes I turn it off in my sleep, so I've only been up since about 4 o'clock or so, but I did find the vote that I took for the last books, and that means that The Reflection Killer is the next book. So now I am finally going to open up my tablet and hopefully finish up The Painter tonight, but we will see, and I will update you guys when I have something to update. Alrighty, it is 12:07 in the morning on Wednesday, September 26th, and thanks to a certain dog, it's Roxy, I wasn't able to finish The Painter yesterday. She has been outside like 4 times in the last 20 minutes to a half an hour, and she's whining at me back there every now and then because she wants outside again. But I did just manage to finish the epilogue, and I ended up with 56,980 words for the first draft of The Painter. So now I can finally do that. I'm going to let her outside one more time, and then I'm going to jot down in my notebook wherever it is that I finished that one. I'm going to run through my other books, taking breaks in between with Uncharted, and then I am probably going to start the next book, The Reflection Killer, and go from there. But internet has been very, very touchy all day. We briefly lost power for a little while. That is the fun thing about living out here, apparently, is that sometimes we lose power for several seconds, several minutes, sometimes hours, depends on the day, for no reason at all. So it does not have to be storming. So I'm hoping that everything stays relatively okay for the rest of the morning regarding both internet and power, and we will see what happens. I don't think I will have to be doing a lot of research for The Reflection Killer, so even if I lose internet, I should be okay for that book anyway. But I am going to dive into the others here in a few, see what kind of progress I can make, and go from there. And then I will do my best to keep you guys updated as any progress is made throughout any of the books. Hey guys, it is 4:46 p.m. and although I don't really want to, I am going to go ahead and finally get back into doing work on Bobo, book 5 of the Detective Baker series. I never ran it through Grammarly after I finished the edit, so I also never put it into CreateSpace, and I never put it into ebook format to upload to KDP. So today I have started by moving my CreateSpace account over to KDP. That is something that they started doing in August. They just made it available to me a couple days ago, so I have finally gotten on the actual computer to do that. It was very, very easy, which was a surprising but great thing for me. The only thing was that my first book in the series wasn't linked to the ebook, but there's a button there to do that, and it's just like link to existing paperback, link to existing ebook, and then they're linked. Surprisingly easy, but I am happy about that. So I've never used KDP for anything past the ebooks, so as long as the paperbacks run the same way, I will be relatively okay, but I'll have to see once it comes to actually uploading Bobo to it. So I have Grammarly up, but I am going to wash dishes first, and then I'm going to come back here and start copying all of them into Grammarly, scrolling through, checking for any mistakes I may have missed. Again, like I've said before, I 100% do not rely on Grammarly for everything. I do several edits first. I do a couple Grammarly edits depending on the book, and I still do not take every single suggestion that it suggests, because there are a lot that are wrong. It is in a computer program, that's to be expected. I do not rely on it 100%, and I personally don't think anyone should rely on it 100%. But I do like the app, and I do use it. I just don't think you should use it for everything 100% of the time and believe that everything it says is true. That's my soapbox. So I'm going to wash dishes, and then I'm probably going to make another cup of coffee, and then I'm going to dive into this. It will probably take me a while, but I will probably take breaks in between that with writing, so that way I'm not totally staring at this screen all day. But I am hoping to finish the Grammarly copy today, finish the ebook formatting today, and then I will probably start editing the 6th book tonight or tomorrow, depending. I might upload it to Google Docs so that way I can suggest changes on my tablet, and then I can actually make those changes on Word later. Not 100% sure yet, but we will see, and I will do my best to keep you guys updated once I have accomplished something. Alrighty, it is 10:10 p.m. and I have finally finished putting all the chapters through Grammarly, checking for mistakes, correcting them in the document, and I have finally uploaded it to KDP. I lost internet like 4 times, and every time that I lost internet, I couldn't use Grammarly, so I had to wait it out. But I did succeed in finally getting that done. I don't want to sit back here much longer, so I will not be doing the ebook formatting tonight. I will be doing that tomorrow after I wake up, and hoping that I get it done in one day, but we'll see. Sometimes that takes forever because it's just a long, annoying copy-paste process, basically. But I am going to do another maybe like 5-minute sprint here on Calvin, see if I can reach the 226 word goal for the day, and then I will start the prologue of The Reflection Killer, which is the next book in the Bo Austin Taylor series. I have also been sketching today in between the editing and the writing. I've been drawing Dominic's character for a profile page of his, which will make sense eventually. It's just not something that I want to talk about until I guarantee that it's what I'm doing, if that makes sense. But I'm going to see what else I can get done today before, midnight rolls around. But I have made progress, and that is something. But internet pending, I am finally downloading the videos for one of the last work in progress videos that I just never got around to being able to download or upload because of the internet. So hopefully I will have that uploaded in a few days. I'm hoping for tomorrow, but I don't see that happening. But I'm gonna try. And I will see you guys at least one more time before midnight rolls around, but we shall see how much progress I make. Alrighty, it is 1:12 in the morning on Thursday, September 27th, and I just finished writing the prologue for The Reflection Killer, which ended up being 360 words. So mostly at the moment I am just doing a little bit of writing, but I'm primarily watching YouTube and working on the sketch for Dominic, which I will show you if I can figure out how. Go away. There you go. Okay. This is in progress, but slowly getting there. So I'm mostly doing those. I'm trying to finish this sketch today, and then I will focus more on writing. I need 1,143 words in this book every single day to finish it on October 31st, in the assumption that it ends up only being 40,000 words, which it will not. So once Dominic's sketch is done and once I switch over to Uncharted, I'm going to hit all my books with quick sprints, circle back around to this one, and go from there. I still have plans to hopefully wrap up several books before November, but we will see. I apparently need to plug my tablet in. It is now at 20%. But I'm going to do that. I'm still downloading videos for the work in progress video, and then I will get back into writing, all that fun jazz, and then I will do my best to keep you guys updated once I actually accomplish something this morning. Alrighty, it is 2:02 in the morning. I unsurprisingly do not have internet, so I will be putting on Uncharted here in just a few, but this is more or less the finished product. And then for the profile thing, which I think I mentioned earlier, I don't know, I just used my editing app to give it a little sun flare. So if everything works out, I guess, the way that I think it might at the moment, I will eventually tell you why I'm doing that, but right now, just because it's something I'm not 100% sure of, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up for people who do indeed care about Dominic's existence. So, I'm going to put in Uncharted, and I'm going to game for probably a good 5 minutes to 10 minutes, depending, and then I'm going to do the 5-minute sprints for all my books like I have been doing, and then I will circle back around to The Reflection Killer, meet the over 1,000 goal, and then go from there. Kind of depends on what time it is by the time that I accomplish that. So that is what I'm going to do, and then I will give you guys an update once I get through a couple books. So, I have probably written about 600, 700 words in Rasmussen this morning, and I don't know what determined me to go look back. I don't know what it is. Oh, right. I grabbed my trusty dusty notebook with the information that I knew about Meki in it, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at the half timeline that I have written out, and it says that this super important thing happens on July 11th, which it does, by the way. It's in chapter 8, I checked. But the chapter that I'm writing right now, which is chapter 15, is set to July 4th. And since there are no flashbacks in this book, that's incorrect. So I went back through to check, and chapter 8 is indeed Saturday, July 11th, 2020. And chapter 9 is Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Because it appears to me that when I went back through to copy chapter headers, because that's what I do just so I don't have to memorize the date, I copied chapter 7's instead. So instead, I have screwed up all of the dates from chapter 9 onward. So chapter 9 should actually be Sunday, July 12th, and I need to fix them from there. I don't know what to do. I really liked this scene I was writing too, but it would make no sense if I went back and put it elsewhere. It's so sad. I'm gonna go through these chapters and I'm going to fix the dates, and go from there. But Wednesday, what the hell is a Wednesday? Hold on. Is that 2 days later? Yeah. That's the 15th. Okay, so chapter 10 should be Wednesday, July 15th. So I'm gonna go through and I'm going to fix these. And then I'm going to delete the whole chapter that I've written so far and start over. I don't want to. That is so sad. But I don't know. I'll copy it and paste it and put it somewhere else. It won't end up in this book, but I'll keep it. And then I might just write like a paragraph of the new chapter and call that a day, because I really don't want to look at this book anymore today, because this is not fun. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to play Uncharted, and then I'm going to move on to Hearts and Roses. That is one of the ones that I would like to finish before November. That is the plan, that is the hope anyway. So I will see you guys when I accomplish something. Alrighty, it is 7:20 p.m. and I just finished the formatting for the ebook for Bobo, so I'm going to save that and upload it to the ebook section of KDP, and then it will take probably 24 hours or more for the changes to go live, but then it will be done. So I will probably start editing The Dwindling Fire of a Detective, which is book 6 in the series, tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to move back to writing. I'm going to see if I can make some more progress on The Reflection Killer, and then I will update you guys when I accomplish something. Alrighty, it is 12:29 in the morning on Friday, September 28th. I just finished writing chapter 1 of The Reflection Killer, which is what I was working on yesterday. And that brings my total for this book so far to 1,412 words. So far this morning I have written 108 words. But I am going to go let my little dog back inside, and then I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to make more coffee and dive back into writing. But I don't know if I'll start with The Reflection Killer or if I'll sprint through all of the others and then come back around to this. But either way, I will update you guys when I have something to update you on. Alrighty, it is 5:12. I have worked my way through all of the books. The only ones I have not met the daily goal for so far are The Reflection Killer and the edit process for It Starts With Goodbye, because I have to edit like 12,000 words, I think, on that one if I wanted to have it completed by tomorrow. I don't see that happening. I will probably be pushing the date again, but, you know, what happens happens. I'm going to walk around for a few because I am in a lot of pain from just sitting here. I've gotten up and walked around a few times, but I haven't been doing the thing where I'm sitting for 5 minutes, standing for 5 minutes, so I'm just not quite as used to sitting for a long period of time as I was previously. So I'm going to walk around for a little bit, and then I am finally going to edit the work in progress video because I have all of the videos downloaded for that. I will then export it, and if I still have internet by that point, I will start uploading it to YouTube. I don't know how long that's going to take. The video will probably be somewhere around 20 minutes, if not longer, if not a little shorter, depends. It's one of the weekday ones, so it's 5 days instead of the 2 days that I do over the weekends. So it'll probably take a while to export, and then it will take even longer to upload. So I'm going to get into that, but depending on how long that takes, I might get back into the reflection killer, and if not, that is what I will work on when I wake up. But either way, I will presumably update you guys at least one more time before I go to sleep, either way. So, I shall see you soon. Alrighty, it is 6:13 in the morning. I am still editing the work in progress video. It is 36 minutes long at the moment. I apparently recorded a lot for that. I think most of it is me saying that I don't have internet. I have cut out several minute chunks though, so that's something. But because it is so early, late, something, I don't know, I'm going to move everything back to my room. I'm going to finish editing this video, then I'm going to export it, and I've been going to sleep sometime between 7 and 8, sometimes a little later, so I will probably still be awake when it finishes exporting, and if that's the case, I will start uploading it to YouTube, and if not, I will do that once I wake up. But either way, I will not be doing any more writing until after I wake up, so I will see you guys sometime presumably in the afternoon or evening.